Hi, welcome to Block 4 Lesson 8. In today's lesson, you would learn to explore graphs with negative gradients. In your previous lesson, you learned to explore graphs of the form y equals x plus a. Before we start, I would like you to pause the video and answer these retrieval practice questions in 3 minutes. Assuming you've paused the video and you've answered the retrieval practice questions, here are the answers. Let's discuss them. For these, you were asked to do substitution tasks. So, to work out the value of 2b when b is negative 5, you simply multiply 2 times negative 5. That's negative 10. When the expression is negative 2, or when the term is negative 2 times b, it has to be negative 2 times negative 5, which would be 10. So I'm sure you recall that when you multiply two negatives, you will have a positive number. A positive number or a positive term if it's in algebra. Here we have negative 5 add 2, which should be negative 3. Here we have negative 5 subtract 2, which would be negative 7. And here we have 2 subtract negative 5. That should be positive 7. Now, just in case you're not sure of how this works, let me write something real quick. So if we express this, this becomes that. Now, these two would become positive. They're sitting next to each other. So we essentially have 2 add 5, which is 7. Let's do some new learning for this lesson. If you're asked to complete the table of values for y equals 2x, I'm sure by now you'll be able to do it because we have seen this before in our previous lesson. So we know each time we have a value of x, we need to multiply that value of x by 2. That's what 2x means. So these values become the values we place in the table of values. Now, if we're asked to draw the graph of y equals 2x, the graph, by now you know how we plot the pair of coordinates. Our graph would look like this. Now, don't forget to label your graph. So the graph is, the line is y equals 2x. What about this one? Well, notice that the gradient, remember what we said, if we have the form y equals kx, k is always the gradient, right? So notice that it is negative. Let's see what happens. I think you will notice something interesting. So when we start to complete the table of values, you would see that negative 2 times negative 2, okay, will be 4 because x is negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 2 will be 4. Negative 2 times negative 1 will be 2. And then 0 times negative 2 will be 0. So on and so forth, we complete our table of values. Now, if we're asked to draw the graph of y equals negative 2x, here is what you'll notice. You would notice that the graph looks like this. So when we plot the pair of coordinates. Now, this here has a negative gradient, and look at the way the graph slopes. So before now, we have always seen positive values next to the x, and all the graphs sloped upwards. Now we're having the graphs slope downwards. Interesting, isn't it? Now, what is the same and what is different? Well, notice that the value next to the x, if it's positive, it makes the graph slope upwards. But the value next to the x, if it's negative, the graph slopes downwards. But they're all straight line graphs. Now, if we're asked to complete the table of values for this graph, y equals x plus 2, by now you should know how it works because we'd seen this in our previous lesson. So our table of values would look like this. So Each time we have a value of x, we have to add 2 to it to get the value of y. So when x is negative 2 add 2 should be 0. When x is negative 1 add 2 should be 1. When x is 0, 0 add 2 should be 2. And when x is 1, 1 add 2 should be 3. Now, when we plot, we've been asked to draw the graph. When we plot this graph, it looks like this. Now, notice the gradient. The gradient is 1 because for every 1 across, we go up 1. And notice where the graph cuts the y-axis, the intercept. Notice it is 2, positive 2. But what about this one? Well, remember what we said. Whenever we have a negative number next to the x, we know the graph is going to slope downwards. So we beginning to form the characteristics of graphs. Now, when we complete the table of values, we would have negative x, right? So negative x. Now, x is already negative 2. So if we have negative x, okay, negative, yeah, x is already negative 2. So it's going to be negative 2. That should be positive, okay? So that should be positive 4, okay? And then when we keep doing that, so that should be 2, positive 2. Sorry, I didn't finish that. Plus 2. So this should be positive. So 2 plus 2 should be 4. Now, if we do that here, that should be 1. 1 plus 2, that should be 3. And you begin to see how we got these values. Now, if you plot the graph, you would see that it would slope that way. Why? We've already learned the characteristics of graph, that when we have a negative number next to the x, you have a graph that slopes downwards. So that graph has a negative gradient. But notice that one character has not changed. Notice where the graph cuts the y-axis. It is where we have positive 2. And look at it here. Well, what's the same and what's different? Well, they're straight line graphs. They both cut the y-axis at positive 2. But notice that when the value next to the x, this time we can say it's 1, but we have not written it. In fact, I can write it, but we do not really say 1x. We know it's 1x. And here, this is negative 1x. So this has a negative gradient. And you can see the graph slopes downwards. How do we know? If you look, when we go 1 across, we go 1 down. That's how you know it's a negative gradient. 1 across, 1 down. Let's look at this one. If we're asked to complete the table of values for this, by now you know how it works. So we have, for every x value, we have to subtract 2. So when we have negative 2 subtract 2 should be negative 4. Now, when we keep doing this, these are the values of x we'll get. Now, if we're asked to draw the graph, what do you think the graph will look like? Well, by now, you should begin to be able to describe what the graph should look like even before you plot it. So we know the graph will slope upwards. We know that. We know the gradient is 1. Okay. There's 1x, so there's 1 beside the x. So for every 1 across, we go 1 up. And we know that the graph will cut the y-axis at negative 2. So let's see that. And here we have it. Interesting, isn't it? Well, what about this one? If we're asked to plot this graph, what can you say even before we plot the graph? Well, before we even generate the table of values, we know that it's going to slope downwards. We know it's going to have a gradient of 1, but it's going to slope downwards. And we know it's going to cut the y-axis at negative 2. Let's watch this. Now, when x is negative 2, we have negative 2, negative 2, because remember x is already negative. So we have negative, negative 2, which obviously is positive. Subtract 2. So now it becomes 2 subtract 2, which is 0. Now for this one, that will be negative, negative 1, which will become 1. 1 subtract 2 will be negative 1. And we can begin to see what the values of the table should be. Now, when we plot this, we have the graph that looks like this. Interesting, isn't it? So even before we plotted the graph, we were able to say what the graph would look like by thinking about the characteristics of the graph. Now, looking at all these graphs, what's the same and what's different? Well, what's the same is that they all are straight line graphs. For these two, they have intercepts at positive 2. For these two, they have intercept at negative 2. But the difference is in their slopes. So this is positive gradient and these are negative gradients. You see them there. If you're enjoying learning, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Click on the notification bell so that when new videos are released, you'll be notified. Like the videos, share the video with those you think will benefit. By doing so, you help us grow our mission of educating children around the world. It's now time for you to practice what you've learned. Pause the video and answer question 1 in 2 minutes. Assuming you've paused the video and you've answered question 1, here are the answers. Let's discuss them. So for question 1, here is the table given. You were asked to complete the table of values. By now, you should know how to complete the table of values. So you were asked to plot the graph of y equals negative x on the coordinate grid. And here it is. So here you are asked what's the same and what's different about the lines. Of course, this has a positive gradient and has a negative gradient. Pause the video and answer question 2 in 4 minutes. Assuming you've paused the video and you've answered question 2, here are the answers. Let's discuss them. So for question 1, completing the table of values, by now you know how to complete the table of values. But before you even plotted this graph, you could have figured out what the graphs would look like. So this would be a negative gradient, so it would slope downwards. This would be a negative gradient as well, where it would cut the y-axis at negative 2, and you can see that there. So interesting. So mark your work and celebrate your success. Next, you are asked, tick the graphs with a negative gradient, and here they are. So if you pause the video and you've answered these questions, here are the answers. Let's discuss them. And here are the graphs with negative gradient. Notice that the graphs with negative gradients have their x values to be negative. Did you notice that in all the tables we've been doing? I'm sure you should go back and watch. You would see that all the graphs with negative gradients had their x values to be negative. And look at it here. Negative x values, negative x values, negative x values. Pause the video and answer questions 4 and 5 in 3 minutes. 2 minutes should be sufficient, but you can take how much time you want. Assuming you've paused the video and you've answered questions 4 and 5, here are the answers. Let's discuss them. Here you're asked to tick the equations that have a negative gradient. So by now, you know that when the number next to the x is negative, you know you have a negative gradient. And here they are. So if you rearrange this, you would see that this has a negative next to the x. Okay, so these have negative gradient. Next, you ask, without working out any coordinates, sketch the graph on the axis. So we know that these would have negative gradient. All right. While these will have negative gradient as well. And that brings us to the end of our lesson. In this lesson, you have learned to explore graphs with negative gradients. Thank you for learning. Until next time, take care of yourself and bye-bye.